Welcome to One Grump or Two, a podcast where two mates chat about music, film, TV, and anything else that's tickled their fancy that week. Enjoy! Welcome to another episode of One Grump or Two. How are you, Grump Philip?
Fine, thanks, Grump Daniel. As you hold your head in your hands, is it going to fall off, or is that the kind of day you've had?
It's the kind of day I've had. It's a tired Daniel.
Yeah, it's a tired Daniel. Yeah, you has great microphone control. You know, when you rub your hands across your face, it blocks the sound of your voice on the microphone.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you've got a degree in music from Lipper, would you? I just wanted to start off with a couple of well, not a grump, a bit of praise. I watched Weapons last night.
Oh, don't give it away.
I'm not gonna give it away now. Wow.
You're good.
Very good.
Looking forward to this.
And it only goes because we went to see the Conjurer. He's not very scary, but he's damn funny. oh, here's a rabbit's head.
Is that the follow-up to The Prestige?
You thought he was dead. He's not. The Conjuring, The Last Rites, which is the last one in the Conjuring series. And we talked today about how that box office is performing and how it leads to my theory that horror is the only real genre topic, whatever you want to call it, of film that's really worth following, because everything else is all tepid rehashes and remakes and flogging a dead horse. Conjuring was really good, but Weapons was something else. Yeah, it's.
I'm really excited to see that. I've read nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, it's available to rent on digital now, or still in certain cinemas, which is a plus. Also available in selected cinemas, but available on Apple TV Plus.
Oh, here we go.
I've got to just check the name of it, because I keep saying this wrong, because if I say it one way, it sounds like it's a Bruce Forsythe card game.
Higher or lower?
Yeah, I keep calling it Too High, Too Low. No, it's Highest to Lowest, which is the new Spike Lee film starring Denzel Washington and Jeffrey Wright. And I don't know what it is with Spike Lee. He's obviously a filmmaker who at some point made a really good film.
Mm-hmm.
The last one of his that I enjoyed was The Inside Man with Clive Owen. But this film has got nothing to enjoy in it. I've got a couple of really big bones to pick with it, and I think it's like when if Spielberg or Scorsese made a bad film, I don't think the film critics would hold back. I think they'd go, it's not a good turn this time, he's running out of form, but everybody's falling over themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Empire, Denzel Washington's unshakable gravitas anchors a dazzling, jazzy riff on the crime drama that someone feels wildly uplifting for all of its grit. Which film did they watch? Seriously, it was shit.
It's all subjective. It's all subjective.
Yeah, but I think whilst everything is subjective, I think if you take a smorgasbord of the reviews that are out there, and it's 5.6 on IMDb, and you look at all the reviews, I think the objective view of it is it's not a very good film. For a film that is all about the music industry, the sound engineer in the recording studio takes his headphones off when he talks to somebody on the talkback.
No.
Yeah, and you're like, talkbacks through your headphones. The opening shot with an awful version of Oh What a Beautiful Morning is of the Manhattan skyline going across to Brooklyn, where Denzel Washington's character has this mighty big penthouse. And it's one of the things all the way through. The actual soundtrack, not the songs, but the music soundtrack is awful. It's intrusive. It's in your ear all the time. And if you don't like rap, hip hop, that kind of music, then you're gonna don't watch the film because it is littered with that, because that's the field it's in. But he's standing on this balcony. Balcony? I think it's a balcony, yeah. It's about the size of a football field, this balcony, because he's obviously a very rich, powerful man. And there's nothing around him apart from his penthouse behind him. He's got reverb on his voice. Honestly, it sounds like he's in a bathroom when he's talking, and you think to yourself, hang on, why does it sound like that? And that is just, it's endemic all the way through the film. It's crap acting. Denzel Washington is awful in it. All the way through.
Do you think this goes back to what we've discussed before? Is there is a problem with streamers and movies?
A problem. There is a problem with streamers and movies.
Did I say problem?
No, you didn't. I just thought I'd raise something in case you were going to say Barbie Hyman again. I didn't want to be too critical of you. I think it definitely is a thing for streamers. Are streamers using their platforms as Warner Brothers does with cinematic releases as a tax write-off?
I don't know, because Apple TV, the F1 Formula One film was really good. Yeah. That was really good, and I'm glad I saw it in the cinema, because that was a cinematic.
It's just cars going round and round and round, though, isn't it?
No, there we go.
Here's called One Grumport too, mate. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, I loved it too. Oh, I touched my toes.
God, you haven't done that in a while.
Okay, you're right. Well, the only time I touch my toes when the doctor cuts them off because of the diabetes.
That's what they look like. Yeah,
three-toe flow.
The F1 film I thought was really good. I really enjoyed it. And that was, of course, an Apple TV. I was going to say maybe they know they get it right when it goes into the cinema before streaming, but Napoleon didn't do that well.
But was it an Apple TV film, or was it they bought the distribution rights to it?
Good point. I'm not sure. I mean, it's littered with. Oh, look, he's got AirPads. I've done it again.
I've seen a clip where he actually goes into an ice bath with his AirPod Maxes on.
AirPod Maxes on, yeah.
Yeah. So AirPads, then, is that for what is that?
Didn't you see the?
Is that for a very light period?
We've really listened to the ladies who enjoy Apple products, and we know that each month there might be something that they need to take care of. Ladies, I give you AirPads.
Oh my God. It's that shit. Do you see that body strap they've released for the phones? You know, they've only released it in Europe because they couldn't afford enough string to make it in America, because they're all so fat.
And it adjusts by magnets. Oh, come on, mate.
Ooh.
That's meaning you can charge 50 quid for a strap.
I know a girl
we'll
who
leave
does
that one there.
That's what she said. £50 for a strap. So I just wonder whether it is that they are the true makers of a film, or just the distributor of a film.
Well, that's the way films are made now, isn't it? They have so many investors which is why when you sit down to watch a film now, it's before the film's even started. You've got to go through
40 seconds of
all the production houses and things that
King Prawn Media presents.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tax write-off company if ever I've heard of one.
They're a bit selfish, they are.
Dear listeners, I do apologise for Phil's sense of humour this evening. If you are troubled or triggered by any of his ill-gained humour tonight, please email in.
Yeah, 0898. Yeah. Not my problem. It's just I suspect it's more of, if you look at War of the Worlds, we talked about it briefly last week. That's completely funded by Amazon, so that can only be a tax write-off, because there is no artistic merit in it. So it's like Warner Brothers, they made Batgirl and then shelved it, tax write-off. You know, I think they're doing the same thing with some of the quality of the films that they're making now. dropped something. Oh well, never mind. I, it just makes you think, why bother making something so intrinsically bad just so that you can say we've got content?
Yeah, the War of the Worlds is a really good example because that was just shockingly crap.
Yeah,
I was surprised that was let out into the world because, or was it let out into the world to get people into Prime to watch it?
well, the thing is,
Because it's that hate watch thing, isn't it? People will watch something.
I can't honestly believe that anybody signed up for Amazon Prime just to watch an Ice Cube film when there are so many alternative methods. You can go and watch a huge chunk of the film on YouTube by watching different clips and different reviews. I think the tax write-offs, I really do. I think that they genuinely don't care about the art. They're just going, it's content, it's content, it's content. You know, it's Netflix. They start 10 new shows every year and then cancel 8 of them. Yeah. It's content. It's not about the art, you know. We can talk all night about shows that have been cancelled that shouldn't have. So yeah, so highest to lowest, or too high, too low if you're a Bruce Forsythe fan. Avoid like the plague. And there's one thing I've got to say about it, and I won't hark on this point, but the use of the N-word in the film is, well, it's more than any other word in the film.
Jesus.
And I find that a tiny bit problematic. We won't go into race relations and all that on this podcast. That's what our sister podcast's for. Desperately trying to think of a name of it.
I know.
Sometimes I lean on you to kind of to get some interaction.
Yes,
that's when you're supposed to wake up and go, "Oh, my turn."
Oh, you mean the podcast Right Wing?
Wibble, 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 wibble.
That's what happens when you strong arm me into something. Our sister podcast, Right Wing Views with Phil.
Oh, no, Neddy, I said. Right Wing Views with Daniel. If there's any... Come on. In all reality, you're more likely, to find a right-wing thug called Danny as opposed to our Philip.
Yeah. They call me the king.
Yeah, it's King Philip or it's King Danny. Yeah, I think you in there. I think you're most probably the prime suspect.
I would like to add to this point, dear listener, that neither of us are right-wing.
Or left-wing. We have no political affiliation. What I thought we'd do now is have a little bit of fun. Okay. A little bit of a challenge.
Boy now, Phil. Oh.
Yeah. So
you could have taken me out for dinner first.
Well, what we do is we start by keeping eye contact through the whole exercise.
It's possibly the worst thing I've heard you say to me.
I know.
Oh, that's made me feel really horrible. Oh.
I've got a shiver up my spine going, run. Isn't it awesome that? Maintain eye contact. That is just
the way you said maintain eye contact for the whole thing.
No. If you reach over and grab my cassock.
That's the most disturbing thing I've ever heard you say to me. And
it's not. No, it's not.
You looked at me straight in the eye as you were saying, which made it even more awkward.
Maintain eye contact through the whole
I can't
exercise.
stop it. You're giving me the ick. Oh.
Even as the lights go out. Turn your torch on your iPhone and shine it into my eyes. Oh my God, if we're the only people that ever hear this, at least we know it was funny.
Oh my god, that was it's just I can't believe you said that was staring so intently at me. It really I can't look at you now because it's made me feel really weird.
I think you're protesting too much, mate.
Fucking funny.
I think somebody might be nursing a little bit of wood after that.
Yeah, a baseball bat so you don't come near me.
Hey, come on, guy.
No. Oh my god. Why did you think that was all right? Oh my god, that was hilarious. Oh my god, I'm so disturbed.
I
Well,
know.
that was a new bookmark in our friendship. Can I fast forward through this chapter?
I'm not quite sure whether it goes past that first night in Ellesmere Port, though. Right. Okay. So the exercise is maintain eye contact.
Oh my god. Oh. Right.
Okay. Close your eyes. I'm tickling one of your toes. Which one is it?
That's not a finger.
That's not a finger. Yes.
Goodness me. Right.
It doesn't go there, Vicar.
You've made my contact lenses go all foggy.
Okay, so 5 films.
Because you're looking at me. You really creep me out. Right, okay. I can do this. I'm a big boy.
Well, that's what she said. 5 films that you would love to see again for the first time. So you've forgotten all about them. You have no experience of any sequels or prequels or anything like that. And it's 5 films you'd love to see again. Okay. So I'll let you lead off with your first entry.
I think you may already know this. Oh
my god. This is great podcasting, this.
You've got an editing job tomorrow.
Oh my, I'm not editing this. I'm leaving it all in. It's gold. This is gold. If people can't appreciate true humor and unbridled laughter between 2 friends, then they don't deserve to listen to podcasts.
I can't look at you the same way you did before you said that phrase. I feel like you've violated
Christ,
me.
We've not just had a quick rumble in the hay after 3 rums and a shandy.
No. I'm rocking in the corner back and forth. On this doll, could you show me where Phil
I was just about to do that, you bastard. You beat me to it.
Right, films. Yes. So, first one from me would be The Sixth Sense.
That is an incredibly good call. That's a really, really good call, because that is a film you can really only watch twice.
I've watched it a good few times. I mean, I did a whole dissertation on Howard Shore's score for it, so I've watched it more than most, I would say.
I'm going to tick. You did a dissertation on Howard Shore's score for The Sixth Sense, for part of your music degree, and you're still putting your flaming hand in front of your mouth between in front of the microphone.
Yeah, so I'd say I've watched it more than the average person, and quite intently, obviously, to study the music of it. But if I could go back and watch that, not knowing the twist again, I just remember watching that film and the twist happened, and I was like, it was like a cinematic moment where, cinema was turned on its head. I thought it was just brilliant.
Yeah, a film and a twist and a whole setup that couldn't exist nowadays.
No,
the way trailers are made, the way social media is ruining the experience of cinema.
But just witnessing Bruce Willis in a fantastic role, And don't forget, he'd often
No, I
been
thought he wore a
sort of,
grey coat.
oh God. But thinking that he played a romantic comedy type roles up until, before then. Of course, he'd done Fifth Element and what have you, but he
Well, I think
played
he'd
this.
done Die Hard, Fifth Element. He'd done a fair few roles prior to it, but I think there'd been a couple of good hits and a couple of
Yeah,
turds.
just
And
straight to
yeah,
DVD type things.
yeah.
But it was good to see him in a straight role. And around that time, you had others going into serious cinema who had been like Robin Williams, for example,
Yeah.
with 1 Hour Photo and
Which is a
Insomnia.
great film.
1 Hour Photo is one of the greatest films I've ever seen, and it's hugely underrated and deserved way more than it got.
And he was almost as disturbing in that as I am, asking you to keep eye contact.
Yeah, pretty similar actually. No, he's fantastic in that. But yeah,
he was.
Sixth Sense, just as a cinematic piece.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, M. Night Shyamalan's just got worse and worse and worse.
No, I'm gonna disagree with you. I think he peaked between Unbreakable and Split.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Unbreakable. Yeah, Unbreakable was really good.
I think,
but I did enjoy The Village, and not many people did.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. The Village. I think it was better than the reviews were of it. Yeah. But I think, for me personally, I think Unbreakable is the height of his powers.
Yeah, Unbreakable was.
I think Split is just slightly lower down the food chain a bit, because I think Samuel L. Jackson is incredibly hammy.
Mm.
Yeah, but Unbreakable again, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis,
superb.
Yeah, then he made Signs. I did not enjoy Signs at all. That really wound me up, that film.
I think the problem you've got with Shyamalan is that everything from, I can't remember when it happened, unfortunately, sorry, but he self-finances all his films.
Mm.
So there's nobody saying to him, that's not a good idea. It's a bit like Joker 2. The Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix cooking up this strange brew and actually getting it greenlit and spending money. Somebody should have said, no, don't do that.
Mm.
And you can see in Shyamalan's films now, all the way up to, what was the last one? Trespass, or the one with
the one at
the serial killer in the pop concert.
Oh, that was, can't remember the name of it. I tried to scrub that from my memory because it was essentially a big showboat for his daughter.
Yeah, okay, and that's because he self-financed it, so nobody could tell him not to do it. I think Sixth Sense, excellent shout. Not my 5, because I knew it'd be in your 5.
Mm. Yeah. What's one of yours?
My first one is 7.
Yeah, good shout.
And it's 7 for a myriad of reasons. It's the first David Fincher film you can actually watch. You can't watch Alien 3 and say that's a David Fincher film, because it was interfered with too much. 7's the first David Fincher film you can sit down and go, that's the director's vision on the screen. That's what he meant to say. That's what he meant to do. It's got typically good performances all around. We've laughed at Brad Pitt's ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a homicide.
Marquis de Sade.
Okay, de Sade. Sade, whatever. Fucking books. I just think it's a genuinely brilliant piece of cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And I think its impact beyond its 2-hour running time in movies and in TV and in music as well, which I'll get to in a minute, but across movies and TV has been profound.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. I think that's a really great shout.
I think if you talk about the music of the film, you've got Closer by 9 Inch Nails remixed at the beginning, Haircut 100 somewhere in the background in the middle, but then leading out with Heart's Filthy Lesson as the credits roll backwards. And in the cinema, you've mostly got like 24-inch subwoofers, and that's what that song needs, because of that bass line in it. And that, for me, I can still remember the first time I saw it, and I can still remember how I felt the first time it finished. And that ending is just, it's one of the greatest endings of any film ever.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. So often imitated, never matched, and never bettered, in my opinion. Yeah.
Good shout.
Yeah. So what's the second one of your 5?
Well, in that case, I'll springboard off yours
Yeah.
into Fight Club.
Oh, there you go. You can't have one without the other.
You can't. I would love to see it again just because of the twist, which everyone knows now.
Yeah.
But watching it, you didn't quite click. But I've seen some videos recently, which I think I've sent you as well, when you look at what Finch has done throughout the film.
Oh, it's insane, isn't it?
And you suddenly think, Jesus Christ, that is A, so clever.
Yeah.
But B, completely bypassed that one.
Yeah. It runs parallel to The Departed. If you watch The Departed, the Scorsese film, every character that dies and during the duration of a film at some point walks past an X.
Yes, that's right. I've seen that. Yeah,
that is brilliant.
Yeah,
that's foreshadowing to the ultimate, to the nth degree. And I think that we look back at Fight Club and we see all those little indicators, little tags say, "Here's the twist. Here's the." You're told the twist within what, 4 minutes of the film starting. I know this because Tyler knows this.
Yeah. But it just doesn't register.
That's it. And it doesn't register because you're hunting for the story at that point. And even on second, third viewing, unless somebody spelled it out to you, it's just a great film.
It's like I didn't get the moment Tyler truly appears is, yes, he's on the plane, but it's when he does the Star 69 dude.
Yeah.
Because that's the point. He's blown his apartment up.
Yeah.
Though he doesn't know it.
And what does it say on the phone?
Oh, can't remember.
No outbound calls.
That's it. Yes.
No, or is it? Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it is.
No, inbound.
Or is it inbound calls? Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah,
wouldn't it be a useless payphone if it said no outbound calls?
No outbound calls, exactly. I'll let that one slide.
That's okay.
But it means a lot to me as well, because that's when you and I were, becoming really solid friends, and we also started writing music inspired by Fight Club and to play along with Fight Club and stuff. We were sampling it.
We had a piece of freeware software. Was it called Taureg?
Taureg.
And then a little door called N-Track.
N-Track and Taureg, and we just would drag samples in sounds.
Yeah. And some of them were good. Some of them were less than good.
Yeah, but it was great fun. Yeah. But that film means a lot to me because of its time and place.
Yeah.
But I would love to go and watch it again, not knowing anything, to just get all the little bits and pieces that were in the film and just suddenly realize, oh my God.
How do you think if you saw Fight Club now for the first time? You were 20 something when you saw it originally. You're 45 now. How would you process some of the themes in it at 45?
Very interesting.
Plus with the political state now as well.
Yeah.
We're a very different world from when the film came out, but scarily not different at all.
No, you'd probably view it now as incel type stuff, maybe.
Oh, God, yeah.
That there's something about, the cultism of Tyler Durden and what have you. You could see there would be a different connotation to it. At that time, in very early 20s, it's more of an innocent mind. So you just take it as a piece of cinema. That's how I took it. I did. Yeah. But that piggybacked into, I read Fight Club book. Then I went on Chuck Palahniuk binge. I read pretty much everything he had written. Yeah. And I will say the book Survivor, which I believe was touted to be another Fincher film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Never happened. And I would have loved to have seen that because the book is fantastic. I'd say better than Fight Club.
Yeah, I think we're due a supplementary episode on our Fincher series, What's in the Box, because I think things have shifted in the world of Fincher somewhat.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Which we won't talk about here. What was the impact of the music of Fight Club?
Well, the Dust Brothers, wasn't it, that did the music for it, which was just phenomenal.
It was right at the end I was thinking about.
Oh, Pixies.
Is that the best use, one of the best uses of music to close a film ever?
You've met me at a really strange point in my life.
God, it's just brilliant.
Stop.
It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Fincher, you can tell Fincher spent a lot of time being a music video director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because his ability to match music to mood to visuals is just phenomenal.
But one thing musically I would love to have seen about that film
Well,
is the Radiohead score that was allegedly going to be, no, not allegedly, it was, they have openly spoken about their approach to do
yeah,
the music for the film, which I think
not released any snippets of it or anything.
no, but I think that would have been a really it would have worked. I think they would have done really well, but I don't think it would have had the energy of the Dust Brothers tracks, which I think.
Well, the thing is, every film needs 2 hours of tuning guitars, doesn't it, just to set the mood?
There we go.
My age-old, wildly inaccurate Radiohead joke. Right, okay.
What's your next one?
This one will come as no surprise to anybody that listened to me go on about this film incessantly. Birdman.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
It is one of the most perfect pieces of cinema I've ever seen. The way it was, it was a toss-up actually between Birdman and, oh God, I've forgotten the name of it now. I want to say Pretty Little Things, but oh Jesus. What was the film with Emma Stone a couple of years ago, Mark Ruffalo, which is basically Frankenstein? Poor Things.
Poor Things, yeah.
Right, ask me what my next film is again.
So what's your next film?
My next film is Birdman. It's just an exquisite piece of cinema. It was a toss-up between that and Poor Things for that first time experience of watching something, of watching art unfold. But Birdman won because of, well, one, the music, the score, the drumming all the way through it. I loved. I'm very familiar with the area around where it was shot as well, so it made me feel kind of a bit nostalgic, a little bit, oh, I could have been there. But I just think across the whole of the cast, the performances are phenomenal. Yeah, it is. I think it's my favorite Michael Keaton performance, and it's really high on my Ed Norton performances as well. I think he's obviously got Fight Club and The 25th Hour, which I think are better as a whole, and then there's Emma Stone in it as well. And The Restraining Order doesn't stop me from seeing her at the cinema. So that's Birdman. I just loved it. I just loved the whole. I don't know, it felt really easy as a film. I'm sure it was a nightmare to film, but watching it felt really easy. Like everything was slotted together. The visuals are great. The fact that he eventually turns into Birdman is just awesome. And the fact that it was Batman ultimately is just, it satisfies that inner geek in me. Flipping heck, I didn't know you'd moved to the Nürburgring. Nürburgring, or what's it called?
Nürburgring, yeah.
Nürburgring.
Too big. Nürburgring. Every time I have Asperger's.
Are you giving a hint about what's next?
What?
Neither of us have got South Park, the movie, on it. Go on then.
I have, but I've got this on my list because there are a certain set of criteria that I have to have in place to watch it again.
Okay.
And that is to watch it with you in a packed cinema for the first time, and just.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
It was one that was one of the best cinematic experiences of my life. And that day that we did Austin Powers' Spy Who Shagged Me, for the second time each, and then we went to watch South Park Bigger, Better, Longer, and Cut.
It was like one of those scenes in a movie where you're watching a cinema audience and they're all going, yay and whoop and way. You're
It really
thinking,
was.
oh, that's a bit trite, that, but that's exactly what it was.
I remember so vividly turning around at one point because I was laughing so hard, and I thought, surely Phil and I are not the only ones laughing. Every single
Yeah,
face
yeah,
that everyone was losing it. I
yeah.
mean, we were crying. We both said we came out afterwards, and our stomachs and ribs hurt, and
I
they
almost greyed
really
out at
hurt.
one point. I was laughing that hard that the blood had vacated from my body. And I was just
It
like,
was,
I've got to stop laughing. If I don't stop laughing soon, I'm going to be ill.
that's how I felt.
Yeah,
If I don't stop laughing now, I'm going to break a rib. I
yeah,
seriously thought I was going to
yeah.
crack a rib or something.
It was such an experience, and I think that even if it had only been that funny for 10 minutes of the film, I still think it'd be that memorable.
Yeah.
But it just kept on going and going and going.
It was the songs, the
Oh
whole
God,
the whole Les Mis part that
yeah.
just when did the song become a marathon? I want to be up there. That's when I absolutely lost it, I
Yeah.
think, because it was just that was the moment I very nearly got up and applauded.
Yeah.
It was just
You would have got
so
somebody
good.
in a very broad Mancunian accent and 3 rows down going, "Hey lad, it's not bloody like a million Les Miserables, you know, you're not on the bloody Broadway now. Sit down, lad.
Shut up, Noel.
Yeah. Come on, you southern pansy, sit down."
But that was, yeah, it's on the list purely for
Yeah.
wanting to experience that level of humor and
Yeah.
just losing it bodily
Yeah,
to
totally.
humor.
Totally. It's incredible. It's incredible. My next film is Jaws, because it came out in 75, so I was 11. So I don't think I saw it on the first round release. I think I saw it the second round. So I think it was 13 when I saw it. And I genuinely had never seen a film like it, because effectively there hadn't been a film like it before. And that whole experience of going to a big cinema with lots of people, you know, because you're not talking about multiplexes, you're talking about the cinema has one screen and its whole capacity is for that one screen. And the cinema had a mezzanine as well. So
Yeah,
you're
I
effectively
remember those
one and a
days.
half auditoriums watching the same film, and the screams and the whoops and the, you know, some people knew the music a little bit, so you might get the odd duh, coming in, and the whole experience. It was the film that made me want to watch films. Yeah, it made me want to listen to the music of the film, but also understand why the film worked. And for me, a lot of the reason that these films work is the humor in them. No matter how scary they are or how sad they are, the really truly effective films have a little bit of humor in it, and Jaws is laced with some quite dark humor. Yeah, so that's my summer blockbuster. So where are you going next then? What's next on your card?
Inception.
Ooh.
Just that film, when I saw it in the cinema, blew my mind. Because it was, what's the best way to put it? It was blockbuster intelligent cinema.
It was intelligent blockbuster, because that's something that we haven't got that many of.
That's it. And I think, you know, I'd watched Memento, and that I thought was very strong. I really enjoyed that, and
Yeah.
you know, watching it the right way and then the wrong way round and all these sorts
Yeah,
of things.
yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very good.
In black and white, and then color.
In black and white, yeah.
Yeah.
But seeing Inception was so high concept at that time as well.
Yeah,
Beautifully shot.
totally.
One of the greatest scores of cinematic history.
Totally.
And that ending is the only time I've been in a cinema when, as it went black, the entire audience went, one collective gasp.
Oh,
and we all
my
came out and
God.
we're like, I need to understand. Was he in a dream or was he in reality?
Oh, how amazing is that?
And I recently got it in that video that I shared with you as well. Is someone's knocked out all the bits of footage throughout it, and
Yeah.
what oh,
Christian Bale, Nolan.
Nolan had done throughout that, all the little telltales when he's in a
Yeah.
dream, when he's not in a dream, and
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And that I thought was it's just sublime filmmaking.
Yeah. I'm surprised, or was it a difficult choice for you between Inception and Interstellar?
That is a difficult one, but Interstellar was a harder watching, as much as if you, because I like to really follow a film and really get into the depth of it, and so
Yeah.
trying to understand Interstellar at times was difficult.
Yeah.
But Inception, you do get the gist of what's going on. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like Tenet, when the cast have come out and openly said when they read the script they had no idea what was going on.
I don't think anybody understood that film.
No, that's the thing. Whereas Inception, you could understand the principle of a dream within a dream, and then they're going in, and the way the characters are coming in and out of it. But it was just a beautiful film. But the human element of that story of him, kids, reality, blah, blah, all that hooked it in as making it good cinema.
Yeah.
But the way it was put together, the way it was shot, the high concept feel of it, and it just wasn't. Don't mean to sound like a pompous ass, but it was an intelligent film, and I like that. It's something that makes you think,
yeah,
whilst you're watching it, and that's why when the end happened, I think the entire cinema just went.
Yeah, I couldn't choose between the two of them. If I had to choose, I'd choose Interstellar.
Well, this is for me, as a fan of Hans Zimmer and a fan of film scores. Full stop.
Yeah,
they are two of the greatest scores. Inception is fantastic, and especially for Time. Time, even now, I've listened to that so many times, but it gets me every single time I listen to Time. If I come cross-eyed.
Now, yeah.
But Interstellar, as a whole piece, the visuals, the way the music's done for it, is a phenomenal piece of cinema. But just Inception, I think, cuts it for me in this instance of what would you not want to see again? Because I think I would need to see Interstellar again and again, knowing what I know before, to then try and understand parts of it.
I've watched it again recently, and I think that your perception of Interstellar shifts with age. I think I'm just as confused now as I was when I first watched Inception. I think there are elements of Inception which still confuse the hell out of me. But I understand all the principles around Interstellar. And as you get older, as you become more mortal, you see that your children are aging as well.
Yeah.
And that plays such a big part in that story. That you've said time, but that, your kids go and leave home. So for time for you and them is traveling differently, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you got on with your life and your life is doing that. They're getting on with theirs. And then you haven't seen them for a while. And then you see them and you go, oh, they've changed. How did that happen? Because I've been doing all my stuff. So it's that whole thing. And I think as you get older, you feel differently about that film. And it's a massively powerful film. It truly is. But it didn't make it into my list.
What's next on your list, Phil?
Snatch. Oh, I waited until you were taking a drink then. Oh, talk about comedy timing. I'm here till Tuesday, tip your waitress. Now, remember I said to maintain eye contact during the whole exercise. That was the bit I was waiting for.
So why did you choose Snatch?
Snatch because it's Guy Ritchie's best film. I think it's one of British cinema's best gangster films. I have a huge emotional connection to the film because it's a feel-good film for me. It's a strange thing, bare knuckle boxing pikeys and burning caravans. I just think it's a work of art. I think everybody is cast perfectly. I think it's insanely funny. It's really quotable, and some shit happens in that film. It's like the dog having the squeaky toy and then swallowing the squeaker. And every time the dog barks, he goes, squeak. And you just think to yourself, and Boris the Blade, he gets run over, he gets shot, he gets stabbed, and he still goes, oh, get up, you cowards. It's a bit like the knights in the Holy Grail, but it's just merely a flesh wound. But I just love it. And again, it's another film that's been it's been imitated time and time and time again. Guy Ritchie's even tried to do it himself, which is a bit of a thing, but it's perfect. Without Snatch, I don't think Stephen Graham would have the career he's got now. I think he got a lot of exposure. He spent a lot of time with Brad Pitt during that, and they are, as far as you can tell, friends. And you just look at that started there. It's got great music all the way through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a sign of Ritchie films at that time. Wasn't it?
It was, yeah. But the music is phenomenal. The whole thing about it is just really, really cool. And I just love it beginning to end. I remember having the DVD with the pikey subtitles on it.
I remember that as well. I had that one too.
And the super cut where every use of the F word had just been cut into one long video. So it's just like for about 3 minutes. It's a genius film. It's the best of its type. I think you're up for your last one now.
I am. I'm really torn because I've got a handful of them.
Are you? You want to see a doctor about
that? I've got a few.
Well, you can do some honourable mentions.
Well, if I go with some honourable mentions first.
Yeah.
This first one is a tricky one because
you can't talk about them at length.
No, can't talk about them at length. Yeah. But this one is a tricky one because I think if I watch this again now, I'd be like, that film is wrong.
I know the film, yeah. Because I watched it a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? And I struggled to watch it all the way through. Yeah.
Leon.
Yeah.
The Professional.
Yeah.
When I watched that, it was a great film.
Yeah.
But I'm just not so sure. Another one that nearly came into the top 5 and is a fantastic film, and I've seen it so many times that I don't want to take away the knowledge of that film so that I can't watch it with prior viewings knowledge of them, is The Italian Job, the original Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Because that is a fantastic film, but I'd want to, have that.
Not to be confused with the horribly flaccid remake.
Terrible
film.
But there are lots of others. So I'm really torn now, and another honourable mention would be Planes, Trains and Automobiles, because that film made me absolutely freaking raw when I first saw it. I saw it as a kid on recorded off the TV.
Yeah.
And of course, at that time, it missed that entire Steve Martin at the car hire desk bit.
Yeah.
And I only got to see it when I was an adult.
Those aren't pillows.
It's just a freaking brilliant film. But the choice that did make it in, and you're going to have to bear with me because you were going to rip the piss out of me.
Oh, I'm not necessarily.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, it's The Eras Tour by Taylor Swift. Fire away.
Paddington 2.
I can't argue with you because you're so passionate about this film. The fact I haven't seen it. But how could you see? No, because we've got to ignore sequels and prequels. And it being Paddington 2.
Please don't. You can forget Paddington was ever a film then. Seriously, because...
Is Paddington 1 no good? Or is it just a massive jump in quality to the second one?
It's the biggest jump in quality I think I've ever seen in films. When they say,
So it's like the first Paddington film made by Aldi, and then you've gone to Waitrose for the second one. So it was a pale imitation. So Paddington 2 is really Paddington 1. So there you go. The rules have been changed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's It's a work of art, and I will stand by this till I die. I've
I
watched
think that's
it.
great. I think that's truly great.
It's a lovely story, great
Yeah.
acting,
Yeah.
really great emotional acting.
Mhm.
One of, if not the greatest role of Hugh Grant's career. I know that is a really controversial one because he's had a few good ones of late.
Oh, Heretic just springs to mind.
Heretic, The Gentleman.
Heretic springs to mind. The Gentleman, he was sublime in, but Heretic. Well,
He was fantastic in Heretic, but
yeah.
in Paddington 2, chef's kiss. It was just
Yeah.
superb.
Yeah.
But that's the one film I've been watching, and my kids are then turn around and go, "What's the matter with you, Dad?" There's nothing wrong with me. It's a beautiful, beautiful, funny, well-directed film. It's a work of art, and I would love to go back to forget the whole thing, really, but the ending particularly, because that's when I start ending up like a blubbery mess. Every single time I've watched it so many times, but every single time without fail.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of a connection to a film. And that's the wonderful thing.
What's your last one?
Let's do the honorable mentions first.
Go for it.
In no particular order. Fort Apache, The Bronx, which is a 1970s cop film with Paul Newman.
Not aware of that one.
It's not much of a film, but I love it. The Sting, Paul Newman, Robert Redford. Yeah. Obviously, Star Wars and Raiders Lost Ark. Yeah, obviously those two. But the last one I would have put in if it hadn't been for this film was The Dark Knight. Or Rises. Sorry, you know what I mean. I was getting...
They were on my list as well, but I thought I've already had a Nolan. I can't put another Nolan in.
Yeah, it's because very, very quickly, I think The Batman that came out, what feels like 10 years ago now, is just as good. Oh shit, Ron Hyde. I love The Batman. So my final film is, and I'm sure you're going to roast me for this, you're going to give me some stick and all that. Hereditary. As passionate as you are about Paddington 2, I am equally, if not more passionate about this film. It's the first horror film I've seen in God knows how many years that genuinely made me feel, I don't like the world. I want to get off. I think it is littered with incredible performances. I think some of the cinematography in it is just out of this world. Are you in the real world? Are you in a doll's house? You could use that toy camera trick that we talked about before. All of that, the violence, the shocks, the subliminal messages, we talked before about Fight Club is, you watch the film very carefully, you watch Hereditary very carefully, there's always something in the room with them. It's just knowing where to look and when. I just love it, especially the bit where the little girl loses her head. I laugh every time. I do. I just think it's really funny in a dark kind of way. But Hereditary, I think for me, it's the greatest horror film ever made. I can't think of a horror film that comes, for me, as close as that does as making me feel all over about life. So Hereditary all the way. Oh my God, I can't believe I got all those words out about Hereditary and you didn't say a word. Is that because I was nice about Paddington?
It's a safe space. You can speak freely.
You dickhead.
You know my opinion.
Now tell me what you really think. You don't like the film at all, do you?
I'm not a fan. I laughed in the cinema. It didn't resonate with me. But as I said earlier in the podcast, films are about subjective opinions.
They are.
Highly subjective.
It's connection, isn't it?
So you could go and watch Paddington 2 and think, what is he on about? Which you probably would. But equally, I'll go and watch Hereditary and go, really?
Yeah. What is that touching me on the shoulder from behind? I'm not turning around because it can't be real. Well, that's just 5 films that we wish we could see again for the first time. Obviously, my 5 is different to Dan's 5. Will be different to your 5. How many listeners do you think we'll have? How many times do I have to say that so it sounds like we're connecting? Should we just say it once?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, that just do, yeah. Next week we're going to do something slightly different. 5 films we wish we could unsee. Okay.
Well, for a starter, there's that dodgy VHS you showed me of what goes on nocturnally at your house.
And there's no, there's actually a video of you when we were recording a podcast one night. Oh, I can put that up on social media if you're not careful. Wise head.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that now. Yeah, so 5 films you wish you could unsee, erase from the memory, which would include all sequels, prequels, and spin-offs. So you've got to be careful about that because some films which have been poo may have generated a reason. So if you said Paddington 1, Paddington 2's out the window. Yeah, so we've got that to look forward to for next week.
But until then, I'm going to sign off and say, intently looking you straight in the eye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, or is it hello, Phil?
Hello, Daniel.
Oh no, that's made it too weird. I can't do this anymore. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, mate. See you.